How's it going, people? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the Big Six. Yeah, Matisse, yeah, sort that out quickly. As you can see, we're a man down. Big up TOBS. He's not going to make it tonight. But as you can see, we've got someone in replacing Steve, who did tell everyone he's not here this week. Yeah, before anyone starts, you're talking about, yeah, why is he missing it after that ball draw? But it's a debut. It's a long-awaited debut for Luke. I'm sure a lot of you lot know Luke, but before we get into who Luke is and what his channel is and channels across social media, Luke, what are you saying? You good?
Yeah, big shoes to fill, but I'm sure Steve just fell asleep after that yesterday. I'm surprised SAEED's here. I struggled to get out of bed. It was that boring, but yeah, it's good to be here, guys. Good to be here.
Yeah, man. Big up, man.
Come on, appreciate you coming on, man. Like I said, we've asked you a couple of times. It just hasn't worked out. But yeah, MCFC lads, people, a lot of, especially the City fans, will know it across all platforms. Is that right, Luke?
Yeah, spot on. Yeah. Just
yeah,
have a look if you want. Don't have a look if you don't want. But yeah, MCFC lads for you.
There you go, people. Go. The channel's in the description anyway, but it's easy. MCFC lads across the socials. Matisse, GRIZZ, SAEED, what are you man saying? All good?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Can't complain. You know what I'm saying? It's nice weather outside, man. So good.
Yeah.
So good.
You're outside. It's weather. The weather's glistening.
You're outside, yeah? You're outside.
Bro, listen, anytime there's good weather in Manchester, we outside.
You're outside. Yeah.
It's raining in here. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. It's good, man.
You gotta be outside. All right, people, hit the like button. Make sure you do that first and foremost. Already 1,000 here, less than 2 minutes in. So show that video this video some love. Make sure you're subscribed, individual channels as well as MCFC lads in the description. And yeah, it wasn't a weekend filled with great football to talk about. Neither was it a weekend filled with any twists and turns. Albeit Newcastle winning 3-0 against Leicester has kind of, would you say, shaken up the top 4 race or top 5 race, whatever it is? I don't know. Matisse, Luke, let's start with you. Overall with City, we know what it's been this season. In the end, it's turned out to be what do you call it? Top 4 race, or is it a top 5 race? Now knowing that Champions League football is essentially does it matter to you? Just Champions League.
We're just lucky, to be fair, that it's dropped to top 5, because last year it was top 4. We'd be in big trouble if we had to get in the top 4. It's just Champions League. I don't care, to be fair, whether we come 5th or 3rd, 4th, wherever it is. If we get Champions League, it's the same. It's the same outcome. You don't get anything else for finishing a spot higher, even though it's nice. But yeah, it's been poor. It's been really poor, and it seems like every week I'm looking at other teams. How are they doing? Just because we haven't won, and that's obviously the concern, and that's why we are where we are. I'm pretty sure. I think his last 17 games, Wolves have got more points than us, which is mental.
Yeah,
I've seen that before. It's been poor. It's been really poor. We have got a favourable set of games compared to the likes of Chelsea coming up, but at the same time, there's no games that are guaranteed for City this season. We've lost 9 games, I think it is. We've drawn quite a few. We just got to put a bit of a run together, make sure we get over the line, because if we don't get in the Champions League, that's so poor.
You're confident of it?
I'm confident. I'm confident we can just about do enough, but every week I think that confidence just gets a little bit lower. That performance yesterday was really poor. 0-0 against United. I think if there was any team that were going to snatch it, I think United were probably just a bit more likely than us to do that. Having said that, I think both teams sort of probably deserved a draw. They're both as bad as each other, really. So yeah, I'm not too confident of getting in the Champions League. We haven't done enough all year to get in, but if we fluke it, then I'll take it with both hands.
What percentage would you put on your confidence in terms of getting the Champions League?
How confident? I'd say I'm 80% confident we can get in the Champions League, but that leaves the door open a lot to still 20% not getting in. Maybe 70, 80, I'd say. I think just because of the fixtures we've got, and there's a few just shoe-in 3-pointers, like you'd hope Southampton, we can beat them away. They've got 10 points all year. There's, the likes of Palace are good sides, but the fact that some of these games are coming at home as well. The Villa game, which is the big one, is at home as well. So if we can win that at home, which I'm not too sure we can do, but we did obviously beat Chelsea at home, we beat Newcastle at home. So hopefully we can do it. But yeah, I'm not that confident.
What percentage of confidence are you, Matisse? Chelsea?
Flip of a coin, man. Flip of a coin.
What's that? 50%?
Yeah, heads or tails, man. Just whatever it lands on, it lands on. I've been pretty much resigned to the fact this is going to go right to the final day. I don't think that suits us. I've seen the fixtures. I've seen our away record. I've seen our record against Big Six teams. good teams. I can see what we've got: Newcastle away, Forest away, Liverpool, Man United at home. Last 4 fixtures, it's gonna be a slog, and it's a shame because I don't really think it needed to be like this. But our winter form has been so appalling. Ipswich, Fulham, Everton. We put ourselves in this position, and we needed to win against Brentford, and we haven't. And some people think it's okay. They're going to find out the hard way it's not, because when you look at the fixtures, we got one of the worst run-ins. I think us and Villa have got the worst run-ins. City have got a decent run-in. Newcastle, maybe they could look at it. Depends on Arsenal at the Emirates. Will they be up for it? Will they care at that point, second to last day? I don't know, man, but people's blood pressure is going to be going up. And yeah, we could finish 7th. We could finish 4th. It's in the hands of God now. It's not up to me. It's not up to us.
I'm
You
looking
know
at.
I was gonna say you say it's easy running for City, but is it easy? I mean, Crystal Palace away
It's not
record.
easy, is it? It's not. I don't think any games this year are
No.
easy, are they?
Everton away, Villa at home.
Yeah,
Wolves who are starting to pick
I don't
up.
think you could have any. You could have any 7, 8
Easy.
games. It's not. It's
Yeah.
not easy for this season. We've seen that the middle of the pack
Yeah.
doing so well, but I think it's just easier than Chelsea's. That's
Mm.
It's definitely easier than Chelsea's, but looking at the fixtures I've got in front of me, Forests are probably the easiest,
yeah.
right? And they've got a 4-point buffer over Chelsea, but everyone is still waiting for Forest to drop. Everyone, realistically, everyone's saying,
I don't think people are saying that anymore. And you know
I
what?
don't say that anymore, man.
People were celebrating the Villa.
man.
People were
I've heard it a
celebrating the
bit.
Villa result, and I'm
Heard it
like,
a bit,
Yeah.
why people are saying, oh,
because Villa
it's
need
great.
because that's entertainment.
No, but people, no. I'm talking about Chelsea fans. People are saying, oh, it's great that Forest lost because now we can still get 3rd. I said, what world are you living in? Are you what drug are you inhaling? Are you taking? Are you
What drunk are you
I want
inhaling?
Forest to create a gap so when it gets to the final day, they're on the beach. I'm not interested in trying to catch them. I need as many dead rubber fixtures as possible. The more teams, it's the same as Luke said. I'm not looking at our fixtures and thinking we're going to take care of it. I'm looking at our fixtures and thinking how many dead robbers are there? How many teams are on the beach? How many teams are preoccupied with other things like maybe Aston Villa Champions League? I'm not looking at our fixtures thinking, yeah, we're suited and booted, ready to go. It's
7 games to go, and you know what? That top 5 thing is a massive life for one of you lot. Because without that top 5, it's looking peak. Because I think, look, currently Newcastle are sitting 5th, right? I think the momentum of Newcastle, like the role they're on, their home energy, the crowd, the League Cup triumph over us, I think they're going to get it. I think they're going to get one of the spots. I haven't looked at their fixtures properly, but the whole momentum, the whole
They got the game in hand as well.
Have they got a game in hand?
Yeah, they got a game in hand. If they win, they'll be 3 points clear of us in
So
5th.
I think
4th.
Newcastle are the certs. Now you lot think Forest are certs as well.
Yeah, I
then,
think
is
Forest
that what
will
you're
get
saying?
it because they can defend. Because they can defend.
So then that leaves one spot for Villa, who of course may be preoccupied with Champions
I don't
League.
think Villa will get it.
City and Chelsea.
It's between
That's mad.
It could just be a straight shootout between us and Chelsea, to be fair. And if we do it, I think it's purely because
Does anyone play each other out of the teams I've mentioned?
We got to play Newcastle away.
We beat Chelsea twice.
Yeah, I
I
was
think
gonna
that
say.
would be what did it for us.
Forget that.
If we do get in,
so you're losing to Newcastle away. You're not winning there.
We've
That's
got
a-
Villa at home. City have got Villa
You've
at
got
home.
Villa at home. Okay. Now Villa are very good away from home as well, though. That's the thing.
I'm hoping
you-
if they go
Newcastle
through the
Haaland-
Champions
away.
League.
I'm thinking the Haaland factor. Because normally you'd expect City to win 3-4 games in a row, bang, all over. But you haven't won 3-4 games in a row, I don't think, this season.
Yeah, near enough. Yeah, you know what's mad as well? We actually started, I think, first 10 games, we had 25 points. We lost 1 and drew 1 in the first 10. So if you look at that, and now what we are now, about 50 points. So that means in the last 20 games, we've had the same amount of points. We've been carried by the fact that we started off the first 10 games, with Haaland firing, Rodri was in there, a couple of them games and got injured. If we hadn't had the good start, that was basically borderline title winning form for the first 10 games. If we hadn't had that, we would be 13th. So
Oh,
Yeah, if you look at the last, forget them first few months. If you look at the last 20 games, which is what you should judge a team off, last 10 games, it's been really poor. So yeah, we're not anywhere near guaranteed to get in the Champions League.
And Newcastle got one game a week. By the
One
way.
game a week. That's what I was
Yeah, they're
saying, man.
just
Newcastle got
focused.
the edge.
City
with
got
the
FA
one game a
Cup.
week.
We're resting for
Yeah, but
Conference League. Maybe.
I get why you're so angry now, because I'm looking at your fixtures and
Even Fulham. I mean, look what Fulham just did to Liverpool. Fulham away is not
Ipswich.
You
This
know what? I'm
weekend
just
is
looking
your
at that.
last given. That's your last given.
Yeah, that's our last given, really.
Yeah, but you know
Everton
what?
at
No
home
one's-
should be a given, but
Should be.
even
Everton is going to
Fulham
be a
are 3
tough
points
team to
behind.
block. To break
3
down.
points behind, Fulham. 3 points
Yeah,
behind.
and look at City's last game as well, Fulham away.
Oh shit!
And but Chelsea got Forest away last game.
Yeah, that
Oh,
could be crazy.
shit.
That could actually be
Bro,
crazy. That.
Chelsea's last 4 games is Forest away, Liverpool home, Newcastle away, is it?
Yeah,
And
Man
United
United at home.
Yeah.
I might have to do a mob watch along on my own.
Bro, that's all.
One of these big boys is missing out. I'm gonna go feast.
Us
Bro.
qualifying is all
I'm
down
gonna
to
eat.
it's all down to Cole Palmer and Jackson getting back in form, man.
Yeah,
It's we're the same as Man City. We're here because our early season form. Everything from December the 26th onwards is
relegation.
mid-table, lower mid-table form. So basically, if Palmer and Jackson don't find their form, I can't see what's going on here, because I can't see no goals. There's no goals in this. There's no goals in this team right now.
To get you top 5 now, you just need a little bit of form, and then that's it. Look how poor most of these teams have been, but yet still they're 5th and whatnot. Like, listen, I can't tell we're 13th, but I'm like, you just need a good run and you're there.
You need out the 7 games. You probably need 5 wins. It's not even that. It shouldn't be that hard. You probably need 5 wins. Given how many teams are playing each other, 15-ish points will probably get you in. And
Yeah, guaranteed.
scary.
I think he's going to stumble over the line. I think a lot of teams are going to stumble over the line, and it's going to be a bit messy. Where you're just going to be like, by the end of it, you're not going to be happy that you're in it. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, bloody hell.
It's very difficult to call because Forest have got the buffer, but Forest are deemed the weakest out of the pack, so to speak. City normally bankers, but they're not bankers. And Chelsea, yeah, like Matisse says, I don't know. I think Newcastle are the ones that I'm saying are there. Out of that lot.
I feel like Newcastle have like a maturity about them. Like
the momentum.
They've won the cup. They've qualified before. They've qualified for it more often than us in the last 3 years. Do you know what I mean? They've won the cup. They
also
have
like the shakier form at the start of the season, and then now they've come good, and that's what you'd rather be as a team going towards the end. It's mad.
I think it is right. I don't know. City, can they bully the little teams? You know what I mean? They're just Savio and Doku and just kind of go mad.
But he doesn't pick bullying teams. Like even yesterday's selection, I know we're going to go into the game.
Yeah, bro. Yeah.
It was crazy. Like we watched the mob watch along and we looked at the lineups, guys. And we looked at the lineups and said, what the fuck is Pep doing?
Yeah. It's overcomplicated again.
He's going to Man United where even Spurs have terrorized them. Even who?
Yeah.
Spurs.
Don't worry, man. Yeah.
And like, City are going there with 8 midfielders.
KDB at striker as well.
And none of them with any pace. And the only guy with pace was Marmoush, who's making runs galore. But the fella ran out of steam after 30 runs because no one's passing forward. Everyone's passing horizontal.
Bro, Bernardo Silva's playing centre back, man. Bernardo Silva's actually playing centre back. I was like, what the hell is this? Like,
and I know Luke said, like 50-50 game, and like bro, we were there. We thought Man United were by far the better team, and that's a madness to say that. Like they should have won 3-0, 3-1. You had one chance.
Yeah, the Garnacho one was the best one of the game. He should have headed it in. You know,
bro, that was crazy from City.
Yeah, the Xerxes one. There's a couple of openings where we just had we made the right decision, would have been better for us, but it's putting the ball back in the net. That's our problem. You know what I mean? And defensively, I told you, I'm not worried about it. Man City defensively. I said at the back, Lenny Yoro for me had a great game. Mazarawi, these guys were excellent at the back, but obviously the midfield it just got a bit messy, and then Dorgu and the Garnacho, just no chemistry on that side. And yeah, man, he persisted with Hoyland. I just thought, bloody hell, waste of time. It's to play with 10 men. And yeah, I even felt we didn't even need Ugarte in there. We could have went with someone a bit more attacking, you know, or put Bruno in there and then put whoever up front in that area. But yeah, man, it is what it is. Like, it was a draw and that's it, man. You know what I mean? Because we can't take advantage. Figures for us, right? We can say we dominate, but can we take advantage? And that's our next step, buying a striker. We need a striker, man. We need someone who can put the ball back in the net. And that's for everyone. I don't know if you said it on your. I was watching the mob, and you were like, Grizz. Everyone kind of low key needs a striker. It's mad, you know. Everyone, you know, like United relying on Hoyland to score goals. You're mad.
I think we should buy Delap just to stop anyone else getting him. Just chuck 40 million.
I don't know, man. It's one of them. Like, I rate Delap here, but it's like, again, it's like, is he ready?
I think Delap 10 years ago would have been third or fourth choice for anyone right now, and he seems to be first choice just because there's no strikers about.
Yeah,
it's quite crazy how like no one's really like other than like a Haaland, like there's not any of them like Lewandowski, Suarez, where are these? They're not there, are they anymore?
No.
Because the play style in recent years and not come through. But yeah, you're right. Like, there's not any strikers about at all.
What do you make?
I think everybody's just got to pick a big name out the hat and just pray that they.
Look at the ones on the market right now. Yeah, so we know Gyökeres is obviously strongly linked with Arsenal. Looks like that's going to happen. Yeah, so Gyökeres, we know Sesko is about to move from Leipzig.
I don't think Sesko should be in that category.
But I'm just saying available. You know, like names around Europe. We know Osimhen with the release clause. Help me out, guys. Who else is there? Nunes is available, by the way. If anybody.
We're talking.
Anybody?
No, we see him.
Oh,
but that's all it is, though. Yoko. I mean, if we're talking
Jonathan David on a freebie, Spurs level. Toby's not here. Would you take him? I don't know. But yeah, so that's
maybe
it.
Mateta's contract's running down, I think.
Bro, I think Mateta, people sleep on Mateta, you know. You see that finish on the weekend? Boy, bro, people sleep on him. I think you guys got Premier League proven players, man, and Mateta's been doing it last 2 years and that. But I think for me, the Delap won 40 million versus an Osimhen that's going to be very difficult to get off the line. Wages, deal with his agent, deal with this, De Laurentiis, and he's going to let him go. I know it's got a release clause and whatnot, but it's just, I feel like there's a lot of hassle. And I think United are going to go down the easy route and go and get a Delap. They know the release clause. They know what's going on. Bang, easy, bish, bash, bosh.
He'll be
low
mad,
wages.
He'll be absolutely mad.
Then again, you know, it's you know what it is. It's you might think that, yeah, but like to a player like him, he's like, yo, Man United.
Is Delap like a City fan? City.
Is he like,
academy, he was through Derby. He got to City at about 16, 17, something like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's also
I don't think players look at it like, oh, it's Man United. I don't think they do that
anymore.
Like, oh, it's Man United. They might kill my career. That's what it is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. They don't think like that. They're just like, yo, someone's calling me.
No, he's arguing with your point, Say. He's not agreeing with your point.
Oh, is he arguing? My thing is right.
He's not agreeing with you.
I understand it. United is like a poison kind of move right now. Yeah, bro. I understand it, but I feel like with Jason Wilcox and whatnot, and maybe he might kind of.
Well, man said Jason Wilcox, like, yeah, like with Joseph. Man said like he's Zizou. Man said it's like Figo. Like, yeah, we got Jason Wilcox. I mean, people might come because of Jason Wilcox.
I thought you were going to mention like a player, a manager.
Like Jason Wilcox.
Who is Jason Wilcox?
Put some respect on Jason Wilcox's name.
Who is this man?
I'm not saying it. I'm not saying he's someone to be respected. I'm not saying it.
Who is Joe Wilcox?
Maybe Omar Barada might have a clue with
the aura of Jason Wilcox. You know, these young players might see Jason Wilcox used to run down the wing.
Former City Links, innit? Former City Links, you know. They might do their business and do what they got to do in it, and they might bring him in. I personally, I'm in the middle. I feel like people disrespecting Delap and saying he's rubbish and he's not great and whatnot. But then I'm also like, we need experience. We need to have a actual kind of like consistent goal scorer. So I'm caught in the middle, man. I just don't know what's going on, man.
Delap, in an ideal world for any big side, you buy Delap on top of another striker you either have or you bring in, and that's perfect. Because Delap, I like Delap a lot. I like him a lot. Like
What's
if
mad
you
is
was to go do 100 mil Osimhen in the lap because it's 60 and 40.
Yeah.
I think you revamp your attack just like that. But it depends how much of that.
I wouldn't be surprised if United went and did. They've had that model of getting like a Falcao, like an Ibra, like that old striker that just gets some goals in there. I mean, can you see them doing that?
I think they want to go away from that, bro. They want to go away from.
Want to move away from. Yeah,
they're moving away from that. Bro.
Goals, you want goals.
Yeah.
That has worked in the past.
Yeah.
Man United, they've just spoken about cutting their wage bill. There's absolutely no way they added Osimhen to that wage bill. They got
that's what I'm saying, bro.
They broke
wages, bro.
But that's all. Like Matisse, honestly, yeah. They say one thing, they do whatever they want. We heard this wage bill stuff before Euro came in on 150 or whatever he's on. Like so
115.
Is it 115? No, not too bad then. I don't know if it's that though. But...
If you look at it, I think only De Ligt came in on the highest wages on 190. You know, Lenny Euro, Xerxes, all of these guys are on like 100s, 120. You know, so they're on relatively kind of like low wage compared to Casemiro, Rashford, you know, Mason Mount. These guys are on 250 plus, so they've gone away from that. So I'm like Matisse is right. Like the wages thing is a big issue. Like it'll be the reason why he goes to Chelsea is because of the wages.
Yeah, and Man United need like 7 players. So they need 2. They need another wing back probably. They need a striker. Maybe a midfielder.
They can't even plan because you've got 2 complete ends of the spectrum. You're either going to get in no Europe at all, and you're going to be just sat looking at League Cup and stuff next season, or you could get in the Champions League if you win the Europa League. So there's no middle ground. Normally, it's like, are we going to get in the Europa League, or is it going to be the Champions League? Which is probably what it's like for City and Chelsea right now. United, are we going to get in the Champions League and get all that money, or are we going to get absolutely nothing? That's why it's a mad season for United, because I suppose you can plan a little bit with a couple, but then you get all that money in, and what you can't just suddenly just like waste it and not have a plan. You've probably got 2 options.
Yeah, no, 100%. That the Europa League is a big thing, man. Europa League is win that, you're in the Champions League, and it changes everything, man.
Must hurt you a lot to get knocked out by Lyon as well, mate. Because I think they're doing you in, mate. I think Tottenham are going out as well. Is it Frankfurt they got?
Yeah, but you can't. Going out. We're in Europe, man. So like, allow us.
You've put the top 5 in the bag for us by getting through, and then
are you Europe? Are you Europe, bro? Are you Europe?
I'd rather not be in Europe than whatever you're.
There you go. You know, actually, yeah. Go on. What are you saying?
What's
on top 5 is not definite yet. So something still has
to
happen.
It's definite.
No, it's definite.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. When they beat it was a Spanish side. Was it Sociedad?
Oh. Sociedad,
when you beat them, it basically, because a Spanish team got knocked out and an English team went through, that basically confirmed the top 5. It was that night that it all happened. And obviously Villa went through, Liverpool got knocked out. But it was United's win actually that sealed it for everyone. So
then again, it's still not guaranteed, man. You know what I mean? I think City fans will be cheering on United on the weekend. You know what I mean? Because we play Newcastle. You know, so
cheering on United, mate.
You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man. I think Steve in Monaco will be cheering on United and saying, "Yo, it was a favour." You know,
I'm not seeing that. I'll be supporting Newcastle, mate.
It's gonna be tough, man. Leon's gonna be tough. Leon's gonna be tough. I can't lie.
What do you lot make of the Roy Keane, Gary Neville comments about the game and then football in general? I think
it's poor. Yeah, it's really poor to see like all this hugging and stuff at the end of a game. Why have we got a Manchester derby and there's nothing about it? Do you know what I mean? I didn't see one. You want to see a big challenge in a derby? It gets the crowd. I thought the whole ground, SAEED, I think you're at the game where he was just dead, mate. Dead. Didn't feel, it's a Sunday 4:30. It didn't feel like a derby.
Was it one tackle? Did we see one tackle? Like I think
Casemiro was on it. Casemiro was the only one that knew it was a derby.
The only one who threw in a tackle. I don't think anyone on the City side threw in.
But usually, but
I want to see a couple cards. I want to see a few challenges flying, and it's a lot riding on it. There's not United haven't really got anything to play for. City want to get in top 5. That should be enough for it to be a bit spicy. There's just nothing there. Absolutely nothing there.
There's a little bit where Diaz went into Ugarte, and that was it, man. But I think for me, there's less individualism now in the, and I get it. I understand what he's trying to say. Gary Neville, like poor imitations of what Pep Guardiola's trying to do. Like, if you looked at the game, right, I don't see it, but there were so many midfielders and so many people crowded in one area. The pitch, Old Trafford's a big pitch, but But it was like they were trying to go through the passing between the lines, and it was just like, let's try and make this a fancy goal, you know? And bro, it's just too much, man. And it just like, you know, we want to watch football for the enjoyment, but over this weekend, like, it wasn't. And maybe the transition style, like the way, I don't know if you man watched the Nottingham Forest, that's a Villa game, but like that transition, maybe that's the way forward now. You know, because this tick-a-tack ain't gonna work anymore, man. It's too slow. It's too, you know what I mean? Like, it's not enjoyable, bro. It's not enjoyable. Like back in the day when Barcelona did it, it was lovely, you know. But I just think it's this is what it is, man. The lack of talent, the lack of man.
It's losing 2 Champions League finals, Saeed. I've not heard that before, mate.
You know what I mean? I don't know, man. I just think for me, it's like
Lovely.
It was boring, man. It was really, really boring. But even this weekend,
it was one of the worst derbies. I mean, outside of the result, obviously, like we've lost them. It was terrible, absolutely terrible. That
we were doing the mob watch along, and I was trying to manifest every motherfucker scenario, man. I was saying, okay, there's going to be 2 goals, 1 chance each. Then I was like, fucking, there's going to be 1 chance each, 1 chance for one team. It was unbelievable, man. It was so dire. Like Man United, like, you know, after all the talk about the tiki-taka football, your best chance came in like for the first minute when it was just a flick on. Through. After all the midfield tiki-taka, this tactical plan, this time I think it was 1 long ball. I think Højlund got a flick on, and Garnacho was through. That's where it resulted.
The thing is, like, there's so many things I think that goes into it. There's the systems and the managers becoming the main characters now. There's also probably potentially social media, and everything is scrutinized, analyzed, gassed, overhyped, critiqued. I'm seeing basic ball carrying getting comps now. Like, man's just carrying the ball. It's a whole comp. Man, I'm just playing passes. It's just a whole comp.
Facts.
Like, back in the day, you'd have to do so much to get any airtime. Now you can do the most basic shit. There's no individualism in the game. I feel like players maybe, one, they don't have the quality, because I'm not looking at the league and seeing an array of long range shooters. I'm not seeing many free kick takers. I'm not seeing any even skill.
It's coached away.
We were saying on the watch along,
the ball, isn't it? So
Garnacho's wearing the number 17 shirt. That's Nani's shirt at Man United. Nani wasn't no world-class player, but Nani was Nani. You know what I mean? Like, he'll get you up out your seat. You'll be like, oh, look what he's done here. It's crazy.
I saw a compilation literally the other day of Adel Taarabt. Now, a couple of you might be too young, but a couple of you will remember Adel Taarabt.
That'll be prime time, yeah.
And if you're talking compilations and skill and flair, go and check out this guy. Where is today's Adel? Where's today's JJ Okocha, for example?
Cherki at Lyon. Honestly, bring Cherki to the Premier League, please. Please.
Well, you watch him on Thursday, man. See what you can do.
But
you're right.
I do think coaches like Pep and Arteta have like stopped these guys doing it. Like, play my way I want you to play in my system, abide by my rules.
Yeah.
And that's it. Like, it's robotic. Everything's robotic football. The Unai Emery's of this world. Again, you know, pace and power. It's become a pace and power league. Like, even the Aston Villa, even Forest. Look at the fucking team that's 3rd. Is it 3rd? They're 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, 3rd, yeah.
What they're about? They're about pace and power and doggedness in midfield with man
no
like
block on the counter.
Murillo, Yates, that centre back, the other one, is it from Russia, Ukrainian?
Yeah,
Serbian.
No, Serbian.
And then just pace and power. Just pace and power. Morgan Rogers.
It's not what Forest are. They're like the perfect example of not being not that entertaining, but they just win games. And that's that's kind of a flaw of this like weird world we live in, like we said, where everyone's just trying this like tiki-taka football. And what they do is they just shut everyone down, really good at the back. They've got Chris Wood who can score goals. They got Elanga. They got Hudson-Odoi, and they can just get forward and score. They just score goals. They're effective going forward, and they're good at the back.
Is it fair to say
3rd place?
Is it fair to say, out of those top 6 teams that we've mentioned, right now, Isak is probably the only one that's like lovely to watch? If we really analyze it.
There's players that are just out of form, but like Palmer's great to watch when he's on form.
Okay,
Doku's good to watch if he turns up.
Bro, watch Aston Villa in midfield.
I don't like the
man.
way you just,
Tielemans and them, man.
I don't know
It's the
about that one there.
football, though.
Mara's
You can have-
baller.
It's the football that needs to match.
I know what he's trying to do. I know what he's trying to do.
How do you just slide Doku in there like that? That's a bit
He
cheeky,
gets you
no?
off your seat, didn't he? He said he's good to watch.
Oh yeah, it gets me out of my seat and off home.
I think-
I'll be honest.
You know what? I think
That end product.
Marmoush will be a player that's good to watch going forward.
Marmoush
Yeah,
will be
yeah, that's a shot.
no. Let's get it right. Marmoush is having his fun. By next season, he will be a robot. He will be a robot by next season. Pep will
Depends
have
what
him.
Pep wants to do,
Pep
man.
will have him. Pep will
Pep
have him
might-
scoring 20 goals. No, he'll have
Listen,
him
Pep,
scoring 20 goals.
Pep's greatness can be well attributed to what we're talking about now, but he might switch it back and go more into that direction.
I'm telling you, Pep is going to change next season. He will not be playing the same football he was playing at the start of this season because he's already said in interviews and stuff. He said that his football, that was admired 5 years ago, is not the modern way of playing. He said you need more physicality at the back, and I think you'll see that in the signings we bring in. You can have four. Is this idea? Let's like you look at Arsenal's at the back, 4 big players at the back. And I think City we're going to have to change the way we play because, especially defensively, we've conceded 40 goals this season. We've kept a handful of clean sheets. You can count on probably one hand how many clean sheets we've kept. So we've got to change because going forward, we've scored as many goals as Arsenal, which is Arsenal have been decent this year, second in league, I think. But we're going to have to change because defensively we've just been exposed, and in the midfield as well been exposed. The one thing we have done is score goals, but not enough of them in the games we needed to score them in. That's the problem.
GRIZZ, SAEED, earlier Luke said 80% City will make it. Matisse said 50% Chelsea will make it. Liverpool, Arsenal aside, who do you two think are the 3 teams that are going to make top 5?
Go on, Saeed. You go first.
I'm going to go with Forest. And oh, man.
Top 5. So 3 teams.
Yeah, I'm going to say Newcastle.
Forest, Newcastle.
And I'm going to say just Man City. I think Chelsea miss out, man.
Forest, Newcastle, Man City. GRIZZ.
Yeah. Chelsea's messing around, man. I don't know what it is, man.
I think if Villa didn't have Champions League diddly bits here to deal with, because I think they've got a good chance. Not a good chance against PSG, but I think people are underestimating Villa against PSG.
They've got a squad though, man. They can rotate.
It's the Unai Emery in Europe factor, brother. This guy lives for games like this and big games and coaches. And this guy loves the underdog card. So if they didn't have that, I'd say Newcastle, Forest, and Villa. But I think because they're going to be preoccupied and it takes one injury because they haven't got a great, especially at centre back. You know what I think of Disassi and Mings. You know what I mean? It has to be Konza and Torres at centre back. So I think City would just sneak it, man.
Aston Villa, I'm looking now, they got Southampton away, which is in between PSG, yeah?
Okay,
and bear in mind, they might know the outcome of PSG come Wednesday night. Do you get what I'm saying? Well, yeah, come whenever the match is. So they got Southampton in between, and then after the 2 legs against PSG, where they'll know if they're out or through, they've got Newcastle at home. So if they're out against PSG, that Newcastle home is a 6-pointer.
That's a mad game.
Am I right in saying after that they've got City midweek? After the Newcastle
after Newcastle.
I think that might be right.
City away, Etihad, yeah.
Well, that's going to be the deciding 2 weeks.
That is a big 2 weeks.
That's 2 weeks. Those are 2 6-pointers in terms of the Champions League spot. I know you all men are saying Forest have done it, and I look huge, massive respect to Forest. I don't think they've done it though yet. I don't know. I know they've got
I can't see them finishing 6th, man. There's too many places to drop.
They do look tired, though, man. I watched them there.
And also the gap as well. We're not talking about can City, because you could see with a good run of form, City could get ahead of Forest, Chelsea could get ahead of Forest. But you're asking City, Chelsea, and Aston Villa or Newcastle to all get above Forest, and that's not.
Now Chelsea's running. Chelsea's running to.
Chelsea have to win their next 3 games for me. They got Fulham, Ipswich, and Everton. They need 9 points.
No, you're not getting 9 points.
And that'll be 6 or 5.
Because they need to build up a buffer ASAP.
You may face a drunk Liverpool.
I would love to.
Like Fulham did.
I would love to.
Drunk Liverpool, you know.
I would love to.
The thing is with Nottingham Forest, they do look a bit leggy. Wood is out. Like I don't know, I seen like they do look like their leg is starting to
That's
feel
what I'm
it
saying.
now.
I think it's gonna go.
I get what you mean, Grizz.
You know, it'll be a big one as well for Forest, the FA Cup against City.
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
psychological.
There you
If we
go.
beat them at Wembley, and it's like, oh, now they're out of that. That dream could die. I mean, they could be.
There
That
you
dream
go.
could die, and then
That's
suddenly,
another. That's not a direct Champions League game, but that's another psychological that you could see that going to extra time penalties.
yeah,
That
it's
looks
a
like a
challenge
game
for them. And if they win that could be what gets them in. If they lose that, it could come falling down for them. So, yeah, I think they've won 3 shootouts in the FA Cup this season.
Yeah.
Get another one, hopefully. They've got to lose that, but yeah, it could definitely that could be a 0-0 all the way through.
Hella exciting, man. That to this Champions League place is gonna. And you know what? City and Chelsea can't afford to be out of it. Literally can't afford to be out of it. Mad.
Literally. I don't know about City's finances, but we literally cannot afford.
Yeah.
We cannot.
We've been in 12 seasons
We
in a
will be
row.
there. We will be there when Chelsea.
City will be all right. Yeah,
12
City will
seasons in
be
a
all
row,
right.
Champions League.
13 actually, I think. Yeah, 13 seasons in a row.
Ah, man, get out, man. You don't need this. go and do some trips to Kazakhstan, man. It's great. I highly recommend.
No, we got the extra team. We had Bratislava, we've had Belgrade. We'll just take on some bums in the Champions League. We're happy in there, mate. You can enjoy Kazakhstan again, or somewhere.
I've done
like
it already,
that.
mate.
I'll let you do your vlogs there.
I've done it already.
At one point, won't
Clocked
you?
in the miles.
You can do that, mate.
Yeah, say no more. We'll be here, people, to see what's going on. Come weekend, we'll be here to talk Thursday. Don't forget that a couple super chats are in on the subject. Hit the like button. Let's get to 1,000. I knew this one was coming in at some point. Jake, so can you ask Luke about picking Diaz and Stones over Vidic and Rio?
Yeah, you can ask me about it, and the answer will be I was told strictly 2007-8 United against specifically that season City. If you're talking all time, it might be a different answer, but I know that Ben Jarney will have a few words to say about Vidic and Rio, given we did the double over United that season. So yeah, I mean, simple as that.
The angle for it though, I can't lie.
Stones unplayed. I think Stones had as many dribbles as Messi did in one of the Champions League finals in the one against Inter.
His centre
Stones that season didn't get injured towards the end. It was unbelievable that year. So Stones beats Vidic, and Diaz that year as well was unbelievable. So yeah, Jake, cheers for I'm sure the lads will enjoy that $5, mate. But yeah, cheers for watching that clip, because I know it rattled about 3 million people.
Yeah, I see that, bro. The comments are mad. you know they're saying like sorry from a City fan. Sorry.
They aren't real City fans, mate. They know that Ben Jarney, Giovanni, and Vassell dunked on United that year anyway, mate. So it's all right. Don't worry about it.
The comments are mad. I hear it.
Jay Ball says Chelsea's last 4 games: Liverpool at home, Newcastle away, United at home, and Forest away. And that's why none of us think they're gonna make it.
Piss easy.
Like Matisse said, next 3 games crucial. What's this one here from Anurag saying, I don't mean to be rude, but I think it will be funny to see Pep, Haaland, Rodri in Europa, or it will also be hilarious if somehow Chelsea capitulate to get back into Conference League next year.
I think that will be the final straw for Matisse. That would be the final straw for Matisse.
No, we'll be in Europa because we're gonna win the Conference League. I'm not going to.
You're not having it, are you?
I'm not having any other outcome. We're winning the conference, which gets us in Europa. So
yeah. We discussed this last week. Was it last week, the week before, where you've already booked your plane, your trip?
Yeah, I booked it. I'm gone.
You're already there in the final.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
Liverpool at home will be difficult for Chelsea. Salah will be setting records by then and wouldn't hold back.
I don't know about these Salah records. You know, I was actually probably backing him to do at least one of them, because he needed 9 in 9, didn't he? And he needed for the assists like 4 in 9, and then he's had 2 games now and nothing. So I think he could still get one of them. Maybe I don't think it's the goal one. I think he might get the assists one. He needs 4. I think he's on 17 assists. He needs 4 to get that assist one. But the goal, is he going to get 9 goals?
Starting to slow down, isn't he?
To slow down, man.
And the penalties are drying up as well, because I think Liverpool had 9.
Oh wow, it's amazing to see all of you lot have smile on your faces.
No, I don't care.
Suddenly there was a boost in the show, the energy level. I was like, yo, yeah.
I don't care. I'm just looking at Turkish. I'm looking because I know Turkish. This assist record is
I know.
You know, it's a
he's already-
disgrace though. De Bruyne got robbed of the. There's an assist he got against Arsenal, and it bobbles across the box a tiny bit. It takes like a 5-degree spin. Honestly, I'll send it you something after this.
I know
He
what you're
got
talking about.
robbed of an assist, and he should have had 21 and beaten Henry's record. But yeah, hopefully Salah doesn't get it because I think
we
Henry
need
and De Bruyne will
three.
be a bit
We need
disappointed.
three to equal Henry's 20 assists and 20 goals. 3.
As well, yeah, as well.
He put it. He
Yeah,
put it.
equal to equal.
He put Jota through, man, like against Fulham as well, man. Like
This is
keep
the
him in
thing.
the
Your
bad
forwards
position.
are gonna kill him.
I know they're killing him, man. They're killing him, man.
Salah will
to
probably
rest
get
him,
one of them
man.
assists Fabian Schär got tonight. I don't know if you saw it, hit the bar and then like
hit the bar, yeah.
That's the sort of assist. Salah sort of like shoots and he like slips on the ball and like it rolls through to someone and they score. Mate, you see this guy's. I'm not one for stats, but this guy, the expected assist is like 3 or something. He's got like 17. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a good player, but like he does not.
No, well, you
deserve
are
17
saying that, but it's okay.
well, we'll see.
We don't care. We don't care.
No, we got to
Sahel says 27 goals and assists this season for Shirky. This is an elite talent up there with Yamal for me. Have a bad feeling he announces himself to the world versus us. Isn't he early 20s?
21.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's young, you know.
He's 21.
No, I
I
know,
think.
but Yamal is a different even.
Yeah, Yamal's different.
17, man. He's
Different level.
19,
But
21. That's
now Turkey's, I don't know, because obviously if nobody's going near him, they must know something we don't. But I think it's
I
all
think it's
off
more
the
the
ball.
defensive,
It's
man.
all the defensive side of the game. It's all pressing. It's all tracking
Matisse,
runners,
exactly.
tackling.
It's
It's
exactly what
nothing
we
to do with
were
what he does on the ball. It can't be.
It's exactly
Apparently
what
to
we
do with the
discussed.
owner, though, man. That's why they've not been. His owner is very difficult to deal
He's
with.
got a release clause.
No, but I'm just saying, yeah, but I get that. But I just feel like for me, there's been situations happening and whatnot, and he has to stay and da da da. I don't know. It's weird because his owner came out on Instagram chatting and that. So I don't know. Something's going on behind the scenes.
I don't know. I think all the top
Yeah.
teams are too. They don't want to carry anyone off
This
defensively.
is exactly
we're not a
it.
single player.
Exactly what we've been discussing.
He's a
Literally,
baller, man. Every time I watch,
coaches are looking robots, pace, power. That's it. They're the 3 criteria. Are you gonna be robotic? Have you got pace? Have you got power?
No Mavericks.
No maverick. Are you gonna or are you gonna do drag backs and skills on the touchline? Because you're not playing for me.
let's just hope, man. He has a quiet one, man.
No, man.
Reggie adds, on the subject of the lack of flair and skill in the modern game, do you think the best flair teams of the 90s and 2000s would beat the best system-based teams of the past 15 years, i.e. Pep?
I think the system ones were just, it's like a game of chess now, isn't it? Football. I think they just do them in, you know.
I think
Talk about system.
if you
Yeah,
have,
Arsenal.
if it's a referee from the last 15 years, I think the advantage is clearly with the system-based teams. If you give us a ref from 2000s, early 2000s, I think the 90s and 2000s teams smoke the system-based teams.
There's no one stopping. Doesn't matter what system you put
Pep's
up.
team.
That Pep's team.
Yeah, Pep's
No.
Barca is-
Honestly, I think honestly,
Turkish, don't you think a Flaco Simeone? He was the original system merchant of the last decade or so, and that team was just. Do you think no teams tried to do a low block? Man United.
No, but Atletico are nothing on let's say that even that United team, the treble winning team, let's say with that.
But that's my point.
That team
Barca
had the
killed them.
defense, the attack.
Barca killed them, no, but they tried
Barca
it. Still,
killed them
Turkish.
twice.
Alex Ferguson twice tried to do low blocks. Park Ji-sung doing man-on-man jobs.
What, against who?
Barca.
Barca.
No, but we football's come a long way from that though. That Barca side, yeah,
They
was
beat the
immaculate.
City
That's
team.
the best side in history,
The
right?
quadruple team.
Let's talk. Let's say City the last 5 years, or Liverpool, that City Liverpool era. I think the 90s 2000s team with an old school ref, which will allow a bit of skullduggery, which will allow the dark arts a lot more than now. Bro, I think the old school teams win.
So you're saying those early 2000s versus the City and Liverpool's in the last 5 years? Okay. Yeah. I mean that's
fair.
Different. That's different. I just think that Barca team's they're free.
Barca team was.
It's basically like saying Man United and Arsenal from 90s 2000s beat Liverpool City from. That's kind of what it is.
Yeah.
And I think if you give an old school referee, I think Arsenal United, a new school referee that won't let things go. And yeah, I think City, Liverpool got the advantage because you lot were technically immaculate on another level, but that side was rough around the edges as well as being technically brilliant. Maybe not as technically proficient as your teams were across that era, but they had the mix of physicality and passion. Like the passion thing is a big thing for me. And Luke, you mentioned earlier in terms of that as well. You're what? You're early 20s as well.
Yeah.
So it's unique for young people to want that side of the game, is it not?
It's difficult. Whenever you come into these debates with these teams, it's so hard to judge because it's a different era. You could have something that comes off 20 years ago that's really good. You look at that Chelsea team that conceded so few goals. Would they have struggled in today's game? Who knows the answer? It could be a yes, it could be a no. And you also have these. You can get people that maybe obviously you guys are a bit older than me. You're looking at like these players like a Lampard, a Roy Keane, these guys back in the day. And with all due respect, like I'm not going to go and sit and watch Roy Keane highlights for 6 years. Like you guys will have just done week in, week out. So it's like these debates, they can be just a bit. It's just opinion based, and even if bar comparing like I don't even know like Mitrovic to Haaland and taking the piss a bit with that, like. There's not even an answer to half of these debates. So yeah, they're entertaining. You can talk about some of these players, and everyone likes to have nostalgia, but there's not actually an answer sometimes. So yeah, it's interesting, but that's a good question that from Raji there.
Yeah. Jason said Jose's Inter beat that Barcelona team with 10 men.
He didn't beat that Inter team, and that Barca team was like, if you can beat them in a one-off, that's fine.
Yeah, it's an anomaly.
Yeah, it's
outlier.
fine.
Sorry.
Why didn't Inter win? Why didn't Inter win 2-3 in that era?
Yeah. KJ says off topic, but have a look at how many goals Burnley
it's wild.
this season.
Absolutely
how
wild.
many?
11 in 40 nearly. Yeah.
Oh shit!
It's crazy. Absolutely.
Yeah, they get relegated
they get
next
like
season.
10 clean sheets in a row as well.
That keeper's mad. That's the keeper I was talking about.
What, are they about to break the championship record for that?
Surely.
I imagine, yeah. And you know what's mad as well? I know he said it's a bit off topic there, but you look. So Burnley have just snuck into top spot actually in the championship, and you've got Leeds and Sheffield United that could be in there as well. Like, it's all to play for. When you're coming up into the Premier League, the teams that score a lot of goals struggle. You look at some of these teams like Ipswich, we're getting a lot of goals, and what happens is the goals dry up because they're playing against way harder teams, and they concede way more. Whereas Burnley, if you're conceding no goals to start with, they're going to come up and do well, I think. So, yeah, that'll be interesting next year. I don't know if all three will go down again, but
honestly, they need to bring up. They need to bring up the heritage, Sunderlands, Middlesbroughs, Blackburns. Bring them up, man.
Bro,
I'm tired of these Burnleys. I'm tired
Like,
of these Leeds and these Burnleys, man. Like,
I'm so happy, man. Leeds,
so exhausted.
Yeah, but once
back the
upon a time,
heritage.
they were like Leeds. I mean,
Saeed's just scared he'll lose to them next year, mate. Because
nah, man, I'm so glad, man. I tune into Just Joe, man, and start trolling him in the chat, and that is funny. But
Where's
listen,
where's Stoke, man?
Fuck Stoke, man.
Stoke are getting relegated into League One, mate.
Burnley's bad enough, and you looking Stoke.
I
No,
like
I'm looking Stoke for the other side of football. Do you know what I mean?
We were just talking about football being dead and flair, and now we're looking for Stoke and Burnley to come up again.
You weren't excited by them Liam Delap long throws. You weren't excited by that. That didn't catch your imagination. The long throws.
Lord have mercy.
nah, man.
No,
What was that guy up front? I forgot his name, man.
Kenwyn Jones. Crouch.
Fuller.
No. Do you know they always had played two up front? So the big man and the other one, the one that used
Cameron Jerome.
Dave Kitson.
Dave Kitson, yeah.
So many, man. So many to name.
Let's see about Frank Lampard, man. He might do a little cheeky playoff.
Nah, he needs to stay in the championship, man. Just
wow.
stay down there, I don't want him to come up and then just be getting licks like Ruben.
Well, Southampton are looking for a new coach.
He got Chelsea top 4 in his first season, no?
I know, but then the second season, when the money came in and the pressure, it just couldn't quite crank it up a notch. So I don't know. I think he's comfortable in the championship right now. Let him do a few more years there, get the credibility up. And
you don't want to see him, man. Just say you don't want to see him there again. Suge says, big up, gents, and welcome, Luke. Hit the likes and subscribe, people. Make sure you subscribe to the individual channels and love for the love. Gilno adds, Palmer's the definition of a previous era maverick. Bergkamp flicks, creating out of nothing, ridiculous finishes. Arguably best to watch in the league.
Matisse, what do you make of the fact that Palmer lost his that Prem record for the penalties, mate? It's Torres again now. Palmer had like, what was it, like 12 in 12, and then he missed that.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't mind about the records. To be honest, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I just need to see him. I just need to see him back in form, man.
You need to see him score the next one as well.
Yeah, my whole team's attack lives and dies with him. So I just need to see him back. But
I was waiting for someone in the chat to mention that Stoke player I was talking about, Walters.
Oh, Jonathan Walters.
Yeah. John Walters.
You know, I'm pretty sure Jonathan Walters missed, I want to say, either 1 or 2 penalties and got sent off. Or it was a penalty.
Madman.
I think he missed a pen, scored an own goal, and got sent off. It's like the worst Premier League performance ever.
Yeah, he's absolutely madman.
Yeah. You're right.
So surely Gerrard's got to be up there when he just came on and then got sent off.
What about when he slipped on the halfway line and cost the team the title as well? That's
2 on goals, 2 on goals and a missed penalty. That's what
on your farewell as well.
It was mad.
Yeah.
Wait, look, have you noticed? Have you noticed the 2 Manx joining up to talk about Gerrard? And the teams are so shit right now. Look at what they're bringing up.
Van Dijk getting dunked by.
I'm so happy. I'm so happy to see you. I'm so happy to see you two happy.
Relax, bro. Wait, relax, bro. You lot see Van Dijk, man. He got dunked this weekend, innit, man?
Yeah.
Oh,
moving on.
You got dunked.
Yeah. Let's talk about Van Dijk, man.
Nah,
this guy's got
36 points behind you. You're mad. You're 36 points behind.
That guy is about to lift a whole ass Premier League title. Look at the way you're smiling. It's crazy. It's crazy work.
I think he's speaking about PSG. His head's gone, bro. Last couple of games, bro.
Yeah, no, he's about to. Winston said they're about to announce his new deal.
What? When? Where? Have you seen this name?
I have not seen this, but I've not been on Twitter. Maybe.
Are you going back to your ITK? Are you now going back to your ITK? We said to stop, Grizz.
Check it out.
Well, have you seen this from his Q&A sessions and that?
Check it out.
Is that from his
Q&A? He said a matter of when, not if.
Is that what he said? Okay, cool. Everyone, you lot hear this? You lot hear this?
Yeah.
Say no more.
But I'm so happy to see you happy when, you know what I mean, like when your happiness is about someone else's like downfall. That's when you know your team.
You had that for 30 years, bro.
That's when you know your club's fucked. Because I used to do the same. I used to do the same. You know, Man United. Of course. But I've gone past that now, brother. And guess what else we're gonna go past next year when we win another trophy? Your trophy. You're gonna win another trophy.
The Premier League. You're gonna
no songs to sing now.
You've not even won this one yet. You've not even won this one yet.
You're
doing the best job to not win it as well, by the looks of it. Honestly,
I mean,
I know you're 23 points behind. Keep talking. 20. People talked about the worst defense of a Premier League title ever.
Yeah.
Is this the worst Premier League defense?
Well, you've only had one chance to do it in the past.
Points wise,
yours wasn't very good.
Points wise,
very good. You needed it. You needed.
That's what I mean.
Score. You needed your keeper to score.
Sorry, Grizz, I've got something for you.
Go on.
Save, yeah.
I've definitely got something for you.
Go on.
Well, we won it under Mourinho, and then where did we finish after that?
They're saying 2015. 16.
Well, I'll tell you that City, I think it was like 1900, City won the league and got relegated.
I don't want to say too much, but yeah.
Yeah,
it's us. It's definitely us.
But this guy's saying Liverpool and City run double the kilometers, like in terms of those old school teams and that. But I don't know, man. I don't know, man. Those teams were like that Barca team was special. But even this Real Madrid team, the one that won 3 Champions Leagues in a row, are we saying it was more of a pace and power team? No, you had Modric in there.
Nah, not when you got Toni Kroos and Modric.
Modric and Kroos in there, yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice balance.
It's a nice balance. They had
they were feeding
Benzema's teched out.
How many of them was Ronaldo? Was Ronaldo playing, or was he at Juve at that point?
No, it wasn't Ronaldo.
Ronaldo. Benzema.
Yeah. They had a good balance between technical and physical.
No, the 3 in a row was Ronaldo.
Well, I don't know
what was it 16, 17, and 18?
Yeah, the 3 in a row was Ronaldo, yeah.
All three of them were Ronaldo. 'cause
The
he won
last
5,
couple
didn't he?
hasn't been Ronaldo. I think the last two hasn't been
Yeah.
Ronaldo.
Yeah.
Gareth Bale.
Oh yeah, that one against Liverpool, man.
Yeah,
That
Liverpool.
goal.
Tip of the tongues, Liverpool for Manchester people. Look at that at the moment.
I don't think
How
I
many
said
times?
Liverpool
How many
once
times
there.
How many times have you used to mention Liverpool so far? We're 50 minutes.
You know what's mad? Yeah.
Mad, you lot mentioned Liverpool 7
Yeah,
times.
you just know he's going to clip up.
9
He's going to
times.
clip up us saying,
Mad.
"I'll give you Liverpool, 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 Liverpool." I'll give you 3 more there, little
Tip of the
compilation.
tongue.
Oh,
Tip of
this
the
guy's
tongue.
biggest
Liverpool.
hypocrite.
No,
I know,
you know,
man.
I
Let me
think
like
you're gonna be. I think you're gonna beat Mohamed Salah's record
anytime,
of assist goals. How many
anytime.
times you mentioned Liverpool?
Anytime there's a conversation to be had, yeah, he loves to sneak in Liverpool. But yeah, he's saying that we're obsessed with Liverpool. You're the brother that wants to put Liverpool down.
I'm
Everyone's,
obsessed
you know.
because you know why? Because I'm obsessed with Liverpool. Why are you obsessed?
No,
With
no,
Liverpool?
no.
I'm
But,
obsessed
we're
with
having a
Liverpool, so
conversation.
I'm gonna
No, but
mention
we're having a
Liverpool.
conversation. You could somehow make it about Liverpool.
Of course, that's my
That's bad,
job,
though.
B.
That's not good though.
That's my job, B. Turkish
That's not
Turkish
good.
asked me to represent who?
We were having a conversation about De Bruyne. And you
I
somehow
know,
talking about
but
Gerrard.
it just so happens. It just so
You know, like,
happens.
bro, it's
I
not all about
represent
you, bro.
Liverpool. Why
There's 5
you?
other clubs here, bro.
Turkish and Matisse.
Yeah.
Turkish
It's got a big
Matisse.
six, not the big Liverpool.
Turkish
You know what I'm saying,
Matisse.
bro?
It's not my fault. It's not my fault, bro. We are the big Liverpool. Turkish and Matisse haven't.
Oh, you know it's mental, Saeed.
Don't mention
I've
Liverpool.
Googled this, right? Go in there and make it about Young. Is this even picking up? Probably not. I've Googled it, and the Liverpool badge is the first one on the meme that comes up.
Wow, that's crazy.
You know, it gets like that. It gets like that. I told you. Now you're into double figures, by the way. I'm counting. Double figures. How many times you mentioned Liverpool used to? Mad.
It's crazy, man. We're just learning from you, bro. That's it, man. You know what I mean?
It happens. When your team becomes irrelevant, you have to talk about others. It's normal. It's life. It's life.
What you said, I mean, to be honest, you did lose, but I mean, the title's yours, so there's not really much to really dwell on in there with that loss.
But it's still not acceptable that 25-minute spill, conceding 3 goals of the quality or lack of quality that they were. It was awful from Robertson. Van Dijk got spun, and then who was the other one? Curtis Jones. I mean, you can excuse Curtis Jones because he's a midfielder. He thinks he can bring the ball down. He's not used to repetitive clearances from a fullback position. In that situation, a fullback just clears it 20 times a game. Whereas if you put a midfielder there, like we've seen with Nunes for City, or who else has played a midfielder at fullback, they play it differently. So Curtis Jones probably got caught in 2 minds. That's the first goal. Chris finished from Sessegnon. Pity Toby's not here to speak on Ryan Sessegnon. He always loves talking about ballers that didn't play for him. And then the other 2, Muniz is a handful, bro. I said it. I don't think I've ever seen Konate and Van Dijk physically be beat up for 20 minutes like this guy did for 20 minutes. Like, he was a menace, absolute menace. And I think he could do a job at a bigger club. I'm not going to lie. I think we talked about strikers earlier on, and he's a handful. And then the third goal, Robertson, 3 mistakes within the 10 seconds, 15 seconds. Apart from that, first 20 minutes and the second half, we played really well, but we gave ourselves too much to do. Titles in the bag, it's not a problem. If your team is losing the first away game in April, it's not that deep. It's not that deep.
Man.
It's fine. We just come off a 26-game unbeaten run. It's not that deep.
Yeah, I shouldn't have even
It's allowed.
Shit
happens.
You seen that thing on Twitter? People saying, "Is this the? I mean, if you win the league, you win the league. You're not really gonna care. But is this the worst team to win the league since that Leicester team?"
Yeah.
No, if you win the league, you win the league.
Steve Wilson right now, like a
proud. Oh my god!
It probably is.
Yeah. The way man's lined up that question is.
You know what I was thinking? You know what? Without reacting like I was actually thinking about it. Yeah. And you know what? It's not even the best Liverpool team I've seen in recent years.
No, it's not.
That's what's mad. 2018-19 on shit.
Bro, that 2019 team is one of the top 5 teams of the Premier League era. The one that won the Champions League and finished 1 point behind on 99 points. That was a fucking ridiculous football team. And I was deep in the question without getting. I was thinking, you're right. It's not even one of the best teams. but we're still going to get 90 points, circa 90 points, which is, I don't
What
think.
he's trying to say, nobody's going to really care.
Are you going to get 90 points? Are you going to definitely get that?
No, circa, I said, I think we're going to be around 90 points a game, right? And
I'm just thinking, if you wrap it up, you might just take the piss and just go on the beach.
It's not even that good Liverpool team. I agree, but we've still hit 90 points. We're still probably going to end up with only 2 defeats all season or whatever it is. We've done our bit. It's not our problem. You can
only play what's in front of you as well.
I think it's
gonna really. I think what it is it's the middle pack, like we said, like the Bournemouths, the Fulhams of the world. But
then we say that. If we look in the European competitions now, which nation has got the most representatives still?
I imagine
in Europe as a whole.
England are up there.
So Villa is still there. Chelsea is still there. Arsenal are still in it.
Tottenham.
United are still in it. Tottenham are still in it.
Germany.
Liverpool just got knocked out. Liverpool just got knocked out on penalties to PSG. So we can't say 5-6 teams are still in it. Yet this is such a poor league. Then are we saying Europe football, everything is just dead?
I think maybe judge the representation after the next round though, because you could easily see Villa going out, you could see Arsenal going out. Yeah. Chelsea are going to go through, but you know, as a League of Warsaw, it's almost not even worth mentioning.
Madrid, how many times have they lost in La Liga this season? Yeah, they're on top. Barcelona, Bayern Munich are 9 points clear in Bundesliga.
I think you could see. You could see some of them go through. I think all 4 English teams in the Europa League and Champions League could all go out in this round.
And
I wouldn't be too surprised if that happened. Maybe one will go through, but
some will definitely be going out, Grizz.
Yeah. Some will.
Of course,
there's no way all 4 going through.
I think I'd give Arsenal a 30% chance of going through.
But Liverpool are the worst team to win it. Like, what does that even mean? Like, what does that mean? Like,
it means they're the worst team to win it.
Exactly. But what does that mean? That we haven't won it.
It means next season, if other teams step up, you're going to really struggle to be up there again. Yeah, that's what I personally think it means.
You mean it's not?
But that's just a nothing statement, isn't it? It's a nothing statement.
we'll revisit in a year.
But have you noticed Saeed agreed? Yeah, like his team's going to step up next season. Saeed's the only one who agreed. Have you noticed again the Manchester?
You know the best thing about this.
It's like.
Yo, Grizz, the best thing about this is, Saeed, I've got a team there that's 13th. I've got a team there that's, way behind Liverpool. I've got a team there that's struggling to get top 5. I'm struggling to get top 5. His team's winning the league, and he's the one that's most annoyed.
No.
You know what's about this weekend? Yeah,
a lot of people are annoyed. I'm literally.
A lot of people have tweeted about it, but it's not directly to Liverpool. It's just a whole Premier League kind of thing.
Do you know what?
Make it about yourselves, like.
But it's not. People think I'm not annoyed at all. I'm saying I really don't care.
You are low key rattled down a little bit, though.
Keep talking.
He said, "What does it mean?"
Do you know what it is for me?
What does it mean?
Do you know what it is for me? This Liverpool side are not.
We're shit.
No. I'm not. Calm, relax. Yeah.
I told you. I'm seriously thinking of playing the parade.
You're gone. Your head's gone. Your head is on blue.
No, I'm saying we're shit. But look. I'm saying.
Well, you got clearance for Leicester tonight, yeah? You're gone.
Let me.
that hat's going to sit on fire in a minute.
I thought about it, and we are probably the worst team to win it in recent times. But that's mad. That's like, how shameless are you, look then?
What I'm saying is, right? What I'm saying is
nasty, then, isn't it?
What I'm saying is, we can pick holes in this Liverpool team and be like, there's plenty of areas that are not elite, and you think, right, you can get the better of them, but. What I'm saying is I don't want to just automatically assume everybody else is going to be okay next year, because everybody else has got so much work to do. City have got to do a whole rebuild. Man United and Tottenham, there's literally no point of even talking about them. Arsenal are the closest because they've been going through this process the longest, maybe under this manager. But they actually have to go into the market and get what they need to get done. It's only really Arsenal.
It's only literally Arsenal. I've said to Steve anyway. Steve knows City won't be back.
I'd like to say,
brother Saeed. Yeah, brother Saeed, he just talks about other clubs recently, brother. He's dedicated his whole channel to other clubs, blah, 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 so forget him. And Chelsea, where you are. And Spurs,
the thing is with me,
and Spurs.
The
So
thing is with
Spurs are
me
not
is
here, and Toby's not
we
here.
have to like we still have to
Only
qualify
Arsenal.
for Champions League whilst being in Champions League. I don't think people understand how difficult it is to qualify for Champions League back-to-back seasons and
100%.
be, handle midweek Champions League level with the top teams and then go back to the league and handle business. That's something we haven't done. So we have to do that and then talk about title.
Thing
If
is,
you ask
though,
me right now, again, like I said this season, I still think Arsenal are only going to be the competitors. Arsenal, again, if they get the striker that they need, or 2 attackers.
Stop gaslighting this.
well, the
man.
thing, Saeed, the thing is the treble that Liverpool.
Oh, who's, wait, hold on.
Yeah,
Luke,
who's
gonna be Luke, 1 second.
Treble though, you've won the most Salah assist record. You've won the worst.
Hold on.
To win the
Who's
Prem in
gonna-
the last
who's
10
gonna
years.
be
You're going to win the league.
Who's gonna be the team
Don't
to
let
win
him
it?
bro you like that.
Who's gonna be the favourites then?
I think Man City can come back next year. If
Yeah,
they
City will be back next season.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Be the Man
I don't
United
listen. I think you're underestimating Pep
Man
Guardiola. I genuinely think you underestimate Guardiola. So for me, it's
God
like,
willing, we're both going to be here still.
always like picking up.
By the way,
That's what he's gonna
Luke,
send that.
I predicted the City down for
gonna send that.
God willing, you're here.
Thing is, mate, you can.
I
You've not won-
predicted
you've not- you've not been-
the City down
You've
for
not been given the trophy. Blackburn fans, get some Blackburn fans in here. Get like a Leicester fan in because the same amount of titles as Liverpool. So
Exactly.
until you've won it, you know.
You know what? You look 16, and today I realised.
Somebody, you know what? Let me just ring up Elon Musk because I need to get a rocket to find this guy's head.
You know, like I said, yeah. Bro, I hate Liverpool, so you need to understand that this is pure hatred, Chris.
I
Yeah?
get that, of course.
You understand this? So I'm not here for no banter. This is pure hatred for Liverpool. I
No.
can't stand your fan base.
You know why, innit?
Can't stand your, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, man can't stand you lot.
20.
So we go always pray on Liverpool's downfall. So listen, you can have your little fun now, but next season we'll be back. You know what I'm saying?
100%.
We'll be back.
Wait,
Always next
who
season.
will be back? Who will be back?
Always next season.
No, I said the hatred's back.
No,
Always
Matisse has to clarify that.
Hey,
Hold on.
I thought I said
Hold on.
we will be back.
Hold on. I told you like where we are. Listen, we going anyway. So hold on. But
His club is so fucked. He's saying, "Oh, City."
should be
He's
another
now
team.
praying. He's now praying for the other side of the Manchester.
I don't even need to
Manchester
speak
that
anymore.
hates
I can just sit here smiling. You can keep getting baited.
the problem with Arsenal, they're not going to do it. Like, I just don't believe in their manager's going to be able to put them over the line.
I
My
think
thing is-
Arsenal. I say
manager.
again. I think Arsenal finish above City again next season.
Do you think you win the league again next season?
He said it already
All
before.
depends on the investment,
he's-
innit?
oh,
You know
don't
us
say-
on investments.
But no, you're not doing
I
this.
think
You
it's
did-
going to be out of us into Arsenal again. I think it's going to be out of Arsenal. I've told you.
Well,
City-
you've already told us Isak's joining. So where are you going?
I didn't
Is
say
that
that.
what I mean?
What the fuck did I say?
You said Nunes is being sold. The money's
Luke-
coming in. You're definitely going to
I was
spend. What are
saying-
you worried about investment for?
I said it depends on our investment. I'm not worried
No,
about it.
investment guaranteed
depends.
happen. It will be there.
I think it's Arsenal Liverpool. I think it's Arsenal Liverpool. I think
guess-
Luke. I don't think Luke's been to Gillingham away like Steve has. But I think you need to start. I think you need to start looking where Gillingham is, son. I can actually call you son.
I can go to.
And I can actually call
get
you
myself
son.
to Gillingham.
I can actually call you son and not be like offensive.
You can call me son, mate, but you've not got one of them, have you? So
We've got plenty of trophies, son.
yeah, no treble then, mate.
You're talking to the wrong breed. You're talking to the wrong breed.
Yeah, no
We're
treble
not
then.
Arsenal. We're not United.
Bro, you should be chilled, you know. I don't know why you're so animated today. That's
If I sit here
You're
quietly,
so animated, man. Relax.
no, but if I sit
I'll
here
be
animated,
chilling. Coffee, relax. You man, talk all you want.
I
True, you know. You're not
Who's the
eating.
only
No,
one-
you're not eating.
who's
No
the only one
Baskin
who's had
wings.
cake?
You're
Have you
not.
had cake? Have you had
That's a
cake?
cake.
You're not drinking
Who's had
tea.
cake? I've had
You've
cake
had
on the
this
stream.
big
I've had
velvet.
water on the stream. I've had a burger on stream. Who's the only one? Look,
You're
he's-
chilling.
That's another trophy. Ate the most food
he's-
on the Big
he's-
Six
he's
Monday
having
night.
a pilsner. Luke's having a pilsner. He's just about allowed to have a pilsner. He's having alcohol.
Oh, this is crazy. The headlock.
I don't even know how he got that from the off license.
Why, mate?
Did
Right, mate, at
you
the end of
take
the
your
day,
ID? Did you
Liverpool's
take
going to
your
fall off
ID?
next
Did
year,
you
but
take
he's
your
eating a burger
ID?
and a piece of
Or did your
cake.
dad buy you
It's
that pilsner?
all right.
Did your dad buy you that pilsner?
Yeah, it's all right, mate. It's all right, mate.
I agree. It's top quality, man. You're everyone in the chat, man.
I'm
Big up,
asking,
Grizz.
man.
It's on top form, man. I can't like Grizz. Today you're on top
Liz, I
form.
don't think they sell beer on the moon, mate, because that's where you're at.
He's having alcohol.
You have a bit of cheese up there, according to Wallace and Gromit, mate. But
That's it, Wallace and Gromit. KJ said, You lot are becoming everything you hated on us for. Didn't you call us History FC? Now look, SAEED, bro, your club owes the league goals. Yeah, I don't know what that was on because we've kind of moved on from a few of these. In particular, Raji says Fergie and Wenger dominated the Prem, largely playing 4-4-2. Mourinho played 4-3-3 and was so successful that he forced Fergie and Wenger to permanently adapt. That was the beginning of the change. In a way, I think multiple things played his part. But yeah, I'm with you. Brother SAEED, this is all love, but I know you need a new keeper. With Southampton going down, Ramsdale is available.
Oh my God. What is it with Arsenal fans and selling Ramsdale? Like shoving Ramsdale down everyone's throats. You don't own this player anymore. I don't understand.
Maybe
It's weird.
Maybe there's a sell-on clause.
There
And you know,
must be a
United,
sell-on
they'll pay like 80 mil. That could be a nice.
Nah, bro, we won't be that stupid. Trust me.
Oh my days.
We won't.
Must be sell-on.
I'm gonna take Kelleher again. Kelleher's available again. One of you got to spend money on Kelleher.
Sanchez is available. Kepa's available.
No,
Going once,
Sanchez.
going twice.
Yeah, Sanchez ain't getting nowhere.
We all got goalkeepers available, man.
Kelleher.
Luke, do you have a keeper in mind that you want? Like, because Edison's
Not
bound
even
to be
sure,
good.
you know. Not even sure. I think both keepers could leave. I really don't know. I know there's a lot of names bouncing around, but I think we need somebody in that kind of like 25, 26 region. I don't want to sign a keeper that's 30. We've got two that are about, you know, I think Edison's about 30. I think Ortega's 32. I think both are going to leave, though. I think everyone was saying it was going to be, you know, one or the other, but I think they'll both go. So I'm not even sure, you know.
And yeah, I mean, there isn't no certified keepers in that mid-20 to late 20 mark, isn't it?
We don't want to sign someone that's.
We're talking about good strikers. Who's the good keepers?
But
who's the good keepers?
every position's feeling it. Yeah. Costa.
Yeah, maybe.
Did I read this one earlier? I feel like I did. At least with United, they are no longer an easy team to beat, especially versus the big teams like it was under Ole, Ten Hag or Ten Hag, who are both incompetent. Matisse is laughing because he won 2 Champions Leagues with mediocre teams. No one cares. Still lifted the thing.
No one cares.
Salam GRIZZ.
What the fuck?
Maybe that season. I've never been to England, hoping to come for the parade. Is there any way I can get a ticket for Palace? I tried to DM you on Twitter.
Brother, sell your land.
GRIZZ, you won't need yours, mate. You can't get back from the moon. I think it takes, is it a week or 2 weeks it takes back?
Yeah, I know. You've done that like 6 times now. Like, but yeah, I'll tell you.
Well, you got baited about 500 times, mate, so I've got a few more to go.
I'll tell you, come for the parade. It'll be a proper parade, not like City's.
Oh, not like when you did it with,
not like
with
3 men and a dog.
quadruple.
Not like City's 3 men and a dog. You'll be
when you did it, and I'm pretty sure Mane was like slung over the bus crying, mate, because you bottled the league and Champions League that year, and then did a parade for Carabao Cup.
Yeah, you finished. Yeah. So yeah, I'll tell you, come round. It'll be a proper parade. There will be thousands and thousands legit Liverpool.
Oh, we have fake speakers on that as well, or is that just on Sky? You do that?
This Gengham press is crazy.
You know, it's a young man's game as well.
This brother said, "I'm not even gonna let you play out. I'm not letting you have no time on the ball."
That's usually GRIZZ, you know.
I wish his team pressed like this.
To be fair, you do like
this energy.
No, but you
we pressed like that for the last 7 seasons and got 6 titles. So maybe if you win 5 on the bounce, you might have the same amount in the last.
Listen, GRIZZ, you're a big fan of these hard workers and these grafters and the McTominays, Gallaghers, Bosley's, workmen. So you have to respect the hustle right now.
Yeah, I'm respecting it. Come down for the parade, man. The tickets, forget about it, my bro. Forget about the tickets. No chance.
It's crossed over to the super chat. So Luke, first year with 115 and you can't spend and struggling for 5th. The biggest cheats in Premier League history, yes or no?
It's not the first year with 115. We've had that 2 years. We won the treble with 115 and then we won a 4-peat the Premier League with 115. So yeah, maybe research the fact that it was 2.5 years ago those charges came out, mate.
No, he's wrong. Actually, it's gone to 130 charges now.
Yeah, there you go.
Is it?
Yeah.
130. KJ says 1 million Reds in town come 26th of May. Back-to-back titles. I'm telling you, we've won 20 league titles and 9 European majors. Heritage. Ten Hag 2.0 from Feyenoord ended Pep's marriage, had him pulling his own face off, forced Arteta into a Botox, eventually to be sacked. Remember, we still haven't played anyone in the league. We've played Fulham and Forest, waiting for other teams to start playing a bit. That old chestnut. Evie said Barca 2011. Who's the better number 9 in that team? Phil or Grant Mitchell? Grant's a classic brick shithouse, but Phil looks like he got sneaky techers.
What's he talking about?
He's asking, who do you put in that Barca team? Phil or Grant Mitchell up top? I think he's asking that. I don't know.
Yeah. Not even sure,
Yeah, I think Grant.
Phil's always drunk nowadays, so put Grant.
Yeah.
Who's the one of the meme with the drunk? Yeah, who's the meme? Who's the
Phil's the one with the meme.
Yeah,
and the drugs as well. They ruined him over the years, but yeah.
Yeah.
Jack said it's mad, really. Liverpool have one title in 30 plus years, are beating massive United, 2 billion Chelsea, almost $1 billion Arsenal, and a state-backed City to a trophy. I'd appreciate if you don't use that trophy emoji though. That emoji is gold. So
come on.
I just wanted come on, man. Ask for your own emoji, people. Man.
Yeah,
that one's ours. But yeah, let's get into any Champions League. To be honest, I'm surprised we got to hour 16 without going on to the Champions League, because it was a weekend scarce of any real action or entertainment. But yeah, Champions League should bring it, because Arsenal, Madrid, which is the main course, but Bayern, Inter Milan, Barcelona, Dortmund, PSG, Aston Villa, across the board, there's some very good games there. Who do you think is the best team in the competition?
Barca,
yeah, for me, Barca.
It's not clear, but Barca and Inter are there as well. Inter up there.
What do you mean? Real Madrid's 11 leaked? How can the 11 be leaked now?
PSG are ones to
watch. PSG, yeah, PSG. I don't think Barca are clear, but yeah, in terms of entertainment and football,
they play the best football. Yeah. And PSG
Barca also play the weakest team in this round, which is Dortmund. I think they're guaranteed to go to the semi-finals for me.
Absolutely.
All the other games are like really interesting in terms of the fixture, but
even Real Madrid.
Well, it's interesting because I'm gonna be very invested. So it's very interesting.
That's all you've been on over the years, anyway. Invested in other people's bullshit, man.
Like SAEED, innit? I told you.
Yeah, but you know SAEED, yeah. Matisse has been different.
Matisse is different.
Matisse has been different. Whoa. Matisse has been different. SAEED just natural. Matisse is
natural, man. Matisse is
it's like he's went drama class to do this shit.
This is my first rival watch along of the season, and this is how you wanna
building it up. We're building it up.
You know, it's just I haven't even done a league game. I've not even talked about you lot in the league once.
You had to do a fucking league game.
You think that's not my fault, is it?
Broski, you'd be live right now if we fucking was 3 points behind Liverpool.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault. It's not your fault. I was just making sure. Check Madrid extra. What, the team's leaked? What is that? What
happens? How they do? Real Madrid are weird. You know, they release like the squad. They release like the squad like way before anyone else, and then the team as well can come out like. So when we played them away, the team came out at like lunchtime, like way before.
Someone put the team in the chat. Someone put the team in the chat. I want to actually see it.
Yeah, it's weird, and they are actually accurate as well. I don't know how it gets leaked or why, but that's what happens.
Yeah, I'm on Madrid extra now, so I don't know where this is, if I'm honest with you.
Someone would have put it up, actually. I think that was just
the Madrid extra I'm on is fucking, the last tweet is 25th of May 2024. What is this? Yeah. But they got 1.6 million followers, though. Anyway, why am I looking at the team trying to bring some more hope to the
You kind of know what they're going to do anyway, man. Like,
okay, here we go. Breaking Real Madrid 11. Courtois, Lucas Vazquez right back, Asensio, Rudiger, Alaba left back.
Oh, I forgot about Alaba, yeah.
Valverde, Camavinga, Bellingham in midfield. Okay, he's picked athletic, fast, pace and power. Left at Modric. And then obviously the usual front three. Yeah, the usual front three. What are you saying?
That's a mad one still. I can't lie. I forgot about Alaba. Alaba Saka is going to be a very good one. And that's the only one we have in terms of Cool. Listen, Martinelli needs to go at Vasquez.
Vasquez.
He needs to go at Vasquez because Marino's not. Let's be honest. Rudiger will, eat Marino 9 times out of 10. For lunch and dinner. He's not a natural striker, so I'm looking at the wingers. And Marino will have a chance or two being up there. He's just got to do what he did the other day and just take his chance if it's 1 or 2. But Martinelli and Saka are the ones that more so. I'm looking at Martinelli against Vasquez and saying because Alaba's seasoned veteran at this. Saka's going to be a good test. But yeah, looking at their midfield.
Alaba's just coming back from injury though. It's not going to be easy.
Catch him cold.
Yeah.
The Modric team surprised me though. I thought they would go with that, but Camavinga, Valverde, Bellingham, if it is that. Oh, and then Mbappe, Vinny, and Rodrigo. Come on, man.
Yeah, Modric comes off the bench, does the final 15, 20.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How he's had a lot of injuries, man.
Who?
Alaba. He's had a lot of injuries.
He's played barely for like 18 months.
Yeah.
Tchouaméni's been dog shit, so they've dropped him, which is a good call. He's been absolute trash. Rudiger and Asensio, even Rudiger hasn't been great. Tchouaméni.
Oh no, he's suspended.
He's out. He's suspended.
And Asensio is a bad boy centre back, young centre back.
Here's a question: the PSG Villa game, that could have been Liverpool Villa. Who would have won that if that had
Liverpool?
Would you fully back Liverpool? To death.
You can't say that, man.
Yeah.
I would on
I
experience.
think at the time that if Liverpool had beaten PSG on penalties, I think at the time everyone would have just said it's guaranteed. But then now, I think it'd have been a bit of an interesting one.
The Unai Emery factor in Europe, I'm telling you, man, he's a top quality coach in Europe. I think they've got a chance against PSG. I know everyone's saying PSG all day, every day.
I think that question depends on if Liverpool have an Anfield second leg. Because if they do, for me, I have to say Liverpool. I have to. The know-how, the experience. I think they would have gone through.
Luke earlier said 30% chance for Arsenal. What are you, man, saying about? How are you looking at it?
The first leg, man. It's one of them where they need to stay in the game, bro. That's the main thing, bro. Stay in the game. If it's a draw, even if Real Madrid win by a goal, they've just got to make sure they go to Bernabeu with some sort of hope, man. That's what I would say. Anyway.
Losing will be fatal. Like
I don't think so. 2-1.
Losing's done, SAEED. If you lose to Real Madrid,
what are you talking about? If they're losing and they're going to Bernabeu, and you're saying it's not all.
It's not fatal, though. I said in terms of if it's 1 goal margin,
it's fatal.
It's 1 goal, it's done, mate.
Fatal. Call the ambulance.
Yeah,
bro. You're saying
ring the alarm.
Crazy. If they go 2 minimum, I say that's fatal. But
no,
1's done, mate.
Fatal.
Done.
Dead.
You think Arsenal going to go there and win by 2 goals?
No pulse. Finished.
Listen, man.
You can tell someone who hasn't been in the Champions League in a while, innit, or played Madrid or anything like that.
SAEED, you telling me if Arsenal lose 2-1 to Real Madrid, they can go to the Bernabeu and win by 2 goals?
No. Listen, I'm not saying that. What I'm trying to say is that they've got to make sure it's competitive and they've got some sort of belief. I'm not saying that they're going to win or whatever it is. I'm just saying make sure the margin ain't a big margin. So you go over there to the Bernabeu with a little bit of hope. That's all I'm saying. I don't think they're going to win.
I think if Havertz was fit, I'd probably back Arsenal a little bit more.
I think Real Madrid could not turn up tomorrow, and I think Arsenal got a whip for me. They've got if Real Madrid don't turn up, they got to make the most of it. They got a 2-0.
What's this man squinting in the screen? Why are you squinting in the screen?
No, I'm making sure you're a dickhead. That's what I'm just trying to make. I'm trying to make sure.
Hold on,
he's a dickhead.
Hold on, there's logic to this. Havertz in the Champions League, he's done stuff. He's got experience. He's played against Real Madrid before. He's played against Madrid many times. Actually.
I don't think Arsenal lose tomorrow.
Yeah, I think it's 1-1 tomorrow, and I think then that's they have a chance, but I think Real Madrid do them at the Bernabeu, mate. They're finished.
It's gonna be. I think it'll be tight tomorrow. It'll definitely be tight.
That's what they want. They want it to be tight. They want to just make it awkward. Even if Arsenal sneak a 1-goal win, it's not.
I said even if we go 2-0, 3-1 to Bernabeu, I'd still say it's 50-50.
Wow.
2-0. If you win 2-0, you go to the Bernabeu and you're sitting 11 men in front of the goal for the
Low
whole
block,
game.
man.
One goal. If you win by one goal, it's 50-50. If it's a draw, if it's a draw tomorrow, I think Real Madrid 80% chance of going through, 90% chance.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
it's
And how
goals, I think I'd back Arsenal at that point. If you win by 2 goals,
For me, the Gabriel injury is massive.
Yeah.
So
yeah, even the threat on set pieces as well, not even just defensively, like going
Yeah,
forward
both.
as well.
Gabriel's injury is so peak for Arsenal, man. Like, I think one goal lead, if they were going to Bernabeu with their full strength defense, you guys know, call it GRIZZ lighting, call it what you want. You know, I rate their defense as one of the best in Europe. I rate Arsenal as the best defensive team in Europe, and I've been saying it all season since the start of the season. It's just their attack. It's just their attack. They can't score enough goals. They have, obviously, now they've got attackers missing as well. It's just their attack. But Gabriel, Kivior,
No,
he's got
Even Lewis Skelly, man. Even Lewis Skelly at left back. I'd be worried about him.
yeah. I know he's a fantastic.
Is it time to play Tierney? Kieran Tierney,
Skelly deserves his spot.
You can't put Tierney.
the problem Arsenal have got is like that bus, the bus they park. Gabriel is the bus driver in my he's the driver. Do you know what I mean? He's like the main guy in that defense for me.
Yeah.
Saliba's good, but I think Gabriel is like the main guy, and to not have him is bad.
I agree. I look at Kivior, and if he plays 180 minutes or whatever it is over the 2 legs, I attribute one goal comes down to something from him, because just Real's attack. Every single player in attack have their strengths are pretty much weaknesses I've seen in Kivior. Now I would do Saliba left centre back, Ben White right centre back. I'd be a lot more assured with that, but Ben White's not fit. I get that as well. Or he's not 100%, but I think 75% Ben White, 100% Kivior. I'd still probably go Ben White, let Timber protect him as right back, and then go Saliba protecting Lewis Skelly on that side. I think Saliba needs a big game, whoever it is next to him. A couple times in Europe, he has been shaky. Never terrible, but shaky. I think this is a chance for him now. Gabriel's not there. First leg, I'm taking it 10 minutes at a time. We cannot be conceding that first goal because we don't really have the necessary tools to be able to threaten Real enough to be conceding early at the Emirates. So I fear we have to.
You don't want to go to penalties in the second leg, like Raya versus Courtois. It's a wrap. The way
I'll tell you now. You give me penalties. You give me penalties right now. I'm taking.
Bro, you seeing the way Raya dives?
No, but you're taking that.
Bro, I'll hope that one of them dives.
Jeez, what do you mean? He's already dived. He's already dived for 3 of them 5 penalties, mate. He's already done.
You know what I'm saying? He's already dived before the shootout.
Bro, you want to take penalties right now? They're snapping your hands and arms off, man, for that penalty shootout right now.
Yeah, probably.
But there's so many mad matchups tomorrow. You know that.
Raya versus Vinny, that's a shout.
Saliba versus Mbappe. You know what I mean?
Mbappe's been playing
national teammates, right? Good mates, wherever.
But Gabriel, that's what I'm saying. Gabriel, Brazilians versus the forwards, it would be
nice. Versus Bellingham in midfield. Woo.
Listen, all the matchups. Vinicius against Timber. Now that's a cold matchup. Rodrigo against
matchup.
Yeah, Rodrigo's probably if it's Kivior Lewis Skelly, that's what I worry about because they're gonna target that because the weaknesses are more glaring. That's why I put Saliba there, just because one's young and Kivior's not of the quality. So if you put them both there, you're essentially it's evident the left side is weaker than the right side. So they're gonna attack and they can double up, triple up with the threats. And those threats, regardless of Lewis Skelly being mobile, Kivior, quick pass or move. I see that side being a problem, but I don't know. I just think what we saw over the last 2 games indicates Kivior will definitely be he'll definitely be the choice. Ben White came, he'll definitely be the choice. Going through quickly over 2 legs. Let me just go around. Arsenal or Madrid? Who's going through, Luke?
Real Madrid go through there.
Yeah, SAEED?
Madrid.
GRIZZ?
Madrid.
Matisse? Don't even bother. Bayern Munich into Milan. Luke?
Bayern Munich into Milan. I think it's a lot closer than that one. A lot closer. I think
the injuries are Bayern. It's mad. Have you seen the injury list?
I think Bayern just do it, mate. Just.
Bayern. SAEED?
I'm gonna go with Inter, man. The injuries have stacked up for Bayern, man.
Yeah.
GRIZZ?
Inter, Italian job.
Matisse.
What's the injuries? Is it mad?
Yeah, go and check it, bro. It was on thingy the other day. Musiala, 6 to 8 weeks, man.
Oh,
And then
what?
there's
But Kane, Elise is there. Kane's there.
Obviously,
Elise, yeah.
They're saying Davies is out. Yeah, left back.
There's a lot, man.
All right. Well, I haven't seen all the injuries, but Inter Milan are very organized. The thing is, Inter Milan, I feel like they can just go and do a job on.
I just don't think
teams.
there's many goals in it. You could look and see this being like a 2-1 over 2 legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna unless Kane's gonna have a worldie, then yeah, maybe.
Upamecano's out as well. He's normally.
To be fair, that's probably advantage. That's advantage buying because every time I see that brother, he just makes mistakes. No,
but you know what it is though? You watch the mistakes, but I can't lie to you, man. He's still a goodish defender. You know, like
I can't stand him.
He's got a mistake here and there, but Upamecano is not as bad as you think. You know.
I can't. He's got
Coleman
the
more
bozo
like
gene.
Upperman can't defend. To be honest, SAEED, mate. He's not. I'm not having it. I'm not.
He's
having
got the bozo gene, man. He's got a big bozo gene. All right, yeah, Inter then.
Inter have only conceded 2 the whole tournament so far.
Bro, they're madness, man.
Bastoni people. I know we had a conversation a few months ago.
What was the argument last time?
Bastoni versus Gabriel. Remember?
Yo. That was a long argument, man.
That was a long argument. Bastoni, you know, people don't know Bastoni.
What about Luke? Barcelona. I won't ask Barca Dortmund. PSG Villa.
I do agree a bit with what Grizz is saying. Like with Villa having that chance, I think a lot of people would have a lot of people out there, especially like maybe not even people in England, will be saying like, you know, it's just a shoe-in for PSG, but. I do think PSG will do it, but I don't think it'll be easy. I don't think it'll be easy, but I'm going to go PSG.
SAEED?
Oh, man. I'm going to go... You know what? I'm going to go for Villa, man. You know why not, man? Let's go the English teams, man.
Grizz?
PSG by the odd goal.
Matisse?
PSG on penalties.
Lord.
Yeah.
And what do you lot think is going to be the biggest like blockbuster out of all of them? The best tie?
It'll be Arsenal. Real Madrid will be the best tie, just because the head loss when like there's some penalty that isn't a penalty or something, and the whole world will just like explode. The whole world will just like Arsenal lose like 8-1 on aggregate, but there'll have been a throw in that went the wrong way or something, and the whole fan base will just collapse because like you know, like the linesman like whispered something to the ref about like what he was having for tea, and they'll be like, "No, there's a conspiracy." And that'll be that.
I think PSG Villa, man. That'll be the best one. With this transition versus transition, man. Dembele, like Cole and them man running down that way. Then you got Rashford and you know.
Yeah, I agree.
I can see that. To be fair, I can see
PSG Villa is I like that.
Entertainment. I can see it being that one, SAEED. But I think on paper, you've got to look at that Arsenal Real Madrid game. Because whatever happens, it's going to be chaos. Like whatever, unless one team somehow wins.
It's
like
pretty much
4-0.
defense versus attack, though, because Madrid's defense ain't all that right now.
But that is like Champions League.
And Arsenal's attack ain't all that right now. Yeah. So it's Arsenal's defense versus their attack. So that's intriguing.
But why can't I say Rashford? Rashford, he's doing.
But why are you sneaking in Rashford into conversations like?
He's in good form right now.
Goals.
He's playing all right, isn't he? Like when I speak negatively, I get comment, bro. Let him. He's doing his thing, man.
You just want him gone. That's what it is.
No way, Martinez did. That's fair. But Donnarumma was actually, he was actually on penalties against Liverpool. He actually stood up. So, yeah, I don't know.
You know, the maddest thing last year was when was it Martinez got 2 yellows but didn't get sent off. That was like the crazy. When I found out about that rule for Villa last year, he got booked in 90 minutes, and then the shootout started, and he got booked again. And it's like when the shootout starts, it's like the yellows don't carry it. That was mad. That everyone was like, "He's off, he's gone."
What actually happened at the? What happened at the end of the Arsenal game? Because obviously I see it, but I'm watching it without audio for the watch along. But some people are saying the ref blew the final whistle. The Everton players said to him, "We've still got time left." So he gave a free kick to them, and
I think it was a mistake, and I think everyone thought he'd blown the full-time whistle because time was up, and it was actually he's given a. So then everyone was getting ready to walk off, and it was just a free kick to Everton.
Okay.
I think it was just a misunderstanding. Yeah.
All right, let's get into the super chats, and we'll slowly but surely wrap it up. Hit the like button, people. I'm gonna go all the way back to the beginning and work my way to the most recent. Kadka says, I live in the US, was watching the news. It's depressing. I'm so happy to see you guys. Liverpool lost. That sucks, but you are my comfort food. Come on.
Big up, bro.
Hope you've enjoyed the show, Kadka. That Guna Cannon says, finally, TGC 29 will land on Planet AFTV tomorrow. Brother Turkish, your grumpy ass better be ready for a new brother in arms. Come on, you Gunners. Love to all you boys. Come on. I assume you mean Box Park. See you there. Turbo Timo says, what is Skull cooking up for my brother Turkish after the 18-month major shout? Listen, the trophy's still in the bag. Come May, hairline. You didn't know about that one. But yeah, Aslan says, I'm nearly 40 and I haven't seen Liverpool win a double, a treble, Premier League, Champions League double, or even retain a title. You'd think they've dominated the way GRIZZ speaks.
They wouldn't make a very good dartboard, would they? The Liverpool, there wouldn't be anything on there other than a few numbers.
Don't get him going again, Luke. Don't get him going again.
Chris, Joe.
You'll need another coffee, brother. I'm telling you. The Liverpool fan, this highlight of the season would not be Liverpool winning the league, but SAEED and Biryani still makes. Yeah, true. That's a legendary moment from this season. El Tayyib says, how about Brighton away the week before? Don't want to come all the way to England and not watch the greatest English team play. SAEED back to our shadows, eh? He's asking you, GRIZZ, what about Brighton away? No, away is going to be even more hard.
Bro, Liverpool tickets, man. It's a myth right now, bro. It's a myth.
Forget about it. Rishab says, good to see Sir GRIZZ get a taste of his own medicine. Refreshing to see.
Enjoy.
GRIZZ Sofa score 1-0 of 16 duels, dispossessed 27 times by the gay compressor. Unk's moving like Gundo. Pep signed this guy. Ryan in the house. Big up the panel and Luke. But Turkish, do you think Trossard needs to start in the false nine over Marino, as Marino ain't doing nothing versus Rudiger? Let's keep it real. Arteta has to get. Let's keep it real. Trossard ain't doing nothing against Rudiger either.
Marino will be exactly what Rudiger loves.
Yeah, more so. But I think Trossard's obviously the better footballer and the better false nine. Yeah. Number one, Marino deserves his spot. His goals to minutes and goals to games since going up top. I mean, it's better than what we've seen from Trossard in false nine, Havertz, Jesus, etc. Obviously over a short period. I think Rudiger eats Trossard as well, and Trossard's best hope is moments in the box, like Marino's best hope is moments in the box. So go with Marino, maybe Trossard. At least then Trossard and Ranieri can change it up potentially.
Trossard off the bench is more of a more of the 12th man. You guys have been saying
100%. With some tired legs, you bring him on, and he's got a bit on them. Zon Hub says, I have been watching Big Six for so long, and this is the first time here live. Shout out Turkish, been watching your content at AFTV for over 6+ years. I'm an American gooner, so it helps me feel connected. Thank you, my brother. Thank you as well, man. Appreciate the support over the years. Thank you for the super chat, but more importantly, thank you for the views and the engagement and the comments and whatever it has been over the last 6 or so years. Appreciate that, my bro. And listen, I don't think Arsenal. No, we're not in America this preseason, but soon come. And the Big Six soon come as well. One more here from member KJ says, streets are saying TOBS still hasn't made it home due to his wheels going missing.
Yeah, that's not a joke, man. Yeah, that was not a nice. That was not a nice incident. You know what I mean? Whoever done something like that, you're worse than the person who stole my Crocs last Christmas. You know what I mean? Crocs, like, fine, but you stole man's bike. Nah,
but 2 wheels and the seat.
Yeah,
you might as well have taken everything, bro.
Bro, why do they do that?
Because it's locked. I don't know. I guess to avert the
that's
padlock.
way, okay, yeah.
At least that bike's in better condition than GRIZZ after this stream.
He had to get one more in. People.
Far away, kid. Kid, far away, kid.
If this is the first time you've seen Luke and you've enjoyed Luke's engagement and the show today, then go over to MCFC Lads, not only on YouTube, which is in the description, but TikTok, Instagram, and X too. Is that right?
Yeah, everywhere, mate. Everywhere.
Yeah. There you go, people. Oh yeah, quick update prediction table. Not that a lot's changed, but actually quite a bit's changed.
What do you mean? Look at the gap.
Yeah, man.
Batiste's in trouble.
That's a nice gap now over TOBS now. But me and Turkish, man, we've got to You know,
Yeah, that Tottenham one, bro. That Tottenham
that
one.
Tottenham one.
Man,
2-0. At 2-0, Grizz had the correct score. At 2-1, I had the correct score. And then 3-1, you had the correct
I
score.
know.
man.
It's the real title race.
Matisse, what's tactics, buddy?
Let's go back. What's Matisse on now?
Speak soon, man. Speak soon.
Oh yeah, long day.
Long day. Luke, pleasure, yeah? Appreciate you coming on, my bro.
No
First time won't be the last time, man. Hopefully you've
Big up
enjoyed it
Luke,
well.
man. Solid.
Nice one, boys.
Come on.
Big up Luke,
Go on,
man.
show some love to MCFC lads, people. Luke did say just before the stream he's not used to doing later ones, and here he is. And
Yeah,
he was trying his best to keep Grizz going for another 20 minutes. As well, I've had to call time. Man.
Uncle's got to sleep, man. Leave me alone, man. I've got to sleep.
People, show some love to the vid. Make sure you're subscribed. Individual channel description below. We'll be back on Thursday. Make sure you're there too. Love for the love, people. We're out. Peace.